Welcome to the end of the world. Don't panic. My name's Jasmine. I'm a tour guide, one of many, your millennial fairy to help you navigate these crazy times we're in. I truly hope you're surviving the apocalypse out there and here or wherever in hell we are. Who do you love? What do you love? What makes so much sense to you that no matter what, if you could only have this one thing in life, that this is what you would build. This is what you would have. This is what you would accumulate. Have you identified what is under your feet? What keeps you grounded? What keeps your feet wanting to move forward? Do you have solid footing? Are you building towards a legacy? Do you know what you're going towards? Do you know what your future looks like? Are you creating it? Is it full of family and children with little money? Is it full of business and enterprise? Are you going to have 100 wives? Or are you looking for that one soulmate? Are you trying to build something, a farm out in the country? Or do you want to see yourself in a high rise somewhere? What is your happiness? And have you positioned yourself to get there? Do you have the right foundation of friendships, materials, people, places, and things? How have you nurtured your life to get you where you are right now? This is something heavy on your mind. You're thinking into long-term success. You're focused on being successful and building a legacy. What is your legacy? What is your mark on this world? Something has you trapped. What are the mental limitations? So this is going to be about mental limitations around success. So dangerous. I hear dangerously in love, and I hear drunk in love. So I'm hearing Beyonce. Yeah, your stability is very on your mind. Oh, 10. So you're very, very fed up. Subconsciously, all the programs that you've established and your repetition, your rituals, the things that you find to be your day-to-day, your functioning. You know, when you set an alarm and you wake up and you shower at a certain time and you brush your teeth a certain way and you do your hair and makeup a certain way or you dress a certain way. You have these places that you travel, these repetitive things that you do day to day. You're looking at that stuff and you're trying to identify why it's so heavy. There's a very heavy feeling in your consciousness. Both aware and non-awareness. You have a lot that you're carrying. In the past, I'm seeing a lot of emotions. I'm seeing a master of emotions, but in the future, I'm seeing you taking some sort of leap into something. So I see a lot of over and done, established understandings. Okay. Dead and gone. So I'm kind of picking up on a vibe that's like, now I'm seeing Justin Timberlake. Okay. So there's a lot of love and passion in the past for you. And your future is very material. Okay. So you could have left a relationship. This could be a breakup, or this could be a relationship that taught you a lot about your emotions. Something about the connections of the past really taught you something about yourself, which elevated you to a position of emotional stability. And right now you're focused on material stability because that has driven you. You're bossing up. Like right at this time, at this moment, you're focused on rooting yourself in the planet. You're becoming a tree. You're like, I'm not gonna just float away. I'm not just gonna be forgotten. I'm not just gonna disappear. This is a very empowered energy, and you're showing up prepared to defend yourself emotionally, prepared to, I feel like you were very sensitive in the past, or you would cry about things that no longer affect your emotions. Your analytical mind has gained authority and power over some of its reactive, emotional reactions. Instead of reacting emotionally, you are getting serious. Like you're getting your hands dirty now. The challenge isn't actually physical. The challenge is mental, because emotionally you're stable, physically you're becoming stable, mentally is the challenge. You're waiting. You're learning you're learning how to be okay right where you are, how to feel balanced and feel okay, like just be okay, not looking for someone to be codependent on or looking for some sort of validation. You're not looking for anything outside that doesn't bring in obvious results. So you're very result driven. You could be a little bossy right now. You could be a little headstrong. You could be coming off like a challenge, because you're trying to challenge yourself while also others are probably reading you as some sort of, like the minute they interact with you, you're reactive. And I feel like that's actually something you've mastered within yourself. It's just you're creating a wall or a boundary specifically to make sure people understand that you're not going to entertain that anymore. That way you used to react, that maybe people are trying to get reactions out of you, trying to get emotional reactions out of you. You don't react emotionally. You're wanting to really try something different and focus on yourself here, building something that makes sense. Nothing's made sense so far. It's been fluttery. It's been, like I said, ethereal, maybe even magical. But certainly you're really wanting to measure success at this time. So you could be wanting to start a business. You could be wanting to double down on your career, get a second job. Okay, what's the... Okay. The challenge for you at this time is not rushing into anything unstable or that you just get a little bit of information about and then you just jump at it. You're really wanting to avoid that at this time. Sometimes it's okay while we're taking a leap, because you're taking a leap. This is a very, the Fool card. You're quote unquote making a foolish decision. You're not thinking, you're not being super rational or emotional about it. You're just jumping into the abyss, seeing for the new to happen. You're open to the world as it is. You don't have a judgment or preconceived anything. You're very interested in something new to come into your reality. You want that change. You're anywhere but here mentality. I've got to build this thing. I've got to accomplish this. I won't keep feeling like I'm carrying so much weight. So you're actually adjusting the weight. So you're going to see this in many ways, because you have so much weight. This could be you wanting to actually lose weight even. This could be some sort of self-love that you've developed, and now you're building a solid foundation on your body and how you talk about yourself, or your image in general. You said no more of this. No more will I feel like this. You're open to the long journey in front of you, because it's better than where you currently are, and you know it's out there for you. You just haven't found it yet. It's like showing people that you mean business. Like you don't just, yeah. This is somebody who has looked around their life and they said, I'm realizing the way that it's structured and organized at this time, the people in my consciousness and my awareness, this could be even like neighbors, this could be just the fact that you see the same thing, you feel stuck or stagnant, and as your ideas and vision of success is coming in, you're realizing how much you have to defend it from all the outside forces of energies coming at you to take this away from you. My friend, it feels like a demonic attack, right? It feels like some sort of psyop. Like, I don't even know what a psyop is. It seems like an attack on you. But what you're actually establishing is this very solid partition between you and the opposition. But the opposition is something you created in the past version of yourself, actually, and you're trying to reestablish that balance in your life. You're trying to say, hold up, what got in, what was leaked, how did this shake up everything? You really see that you see what you have acquired, and you're grateful. Be grateful of the emotional intelligence that you've acquired. That's a skill not everyone has. And in some way, shape, or form, you're struggling to let go of something, though. What are we struggling to let go of here? What are we struggling? Yeah, okay. Yeah, literally what I just said. So, okay, guys. So, look at this. Okay, what are you struggling to let go of? New opportunities, possibilities, pathways opening. Acts. Forces working against you. Your challenge is the forces in your mind that have you trapped mentally in a prison inside of your consciousness, that have you using your vessel, your ship, your spaceship, the way that you function, your avatar. The programs and the codes are now changing so that you, when these forces come in to attack, your defense systems, so you could be eating healthier. I see you chopping up stuff and trying to incorporate whole foods into your diet. This is a very fortified defense. That's why I was saying Beyonce, like, nobody's about to walk up in her yard. Okay, like, think about how protected she is while vulnerable, but because she has so much to offer and so much to be had, like, people want to take it, but at the same time, she's very protected. She's going to make sure her house, you can't just walk up to her front door. You're really building that, and I see you really holding on to some of the old ways that don't allow those defenses to establish and root themselves in your active mind. Because your inactive mind, your subconscious mind, is currently running on programs of the past that your conscious mind is really trying to just release. That's the whole leap of faith here. In your future, you're going to be able to leave behind these toxic habits, these patterns, these thought processes that lead you to failure, that take away your future success, that tell you you're not good enough, or that you can't achieve something, or that your business is going to suck, or that your people aren't going to show up, or whatever the voices are saying to you. You're not good enough, ugly, all these things. You're really establishing a foundation of success, a mule. Someone's extremely stubborn, unwilling to change. And I see all these mules in this picture. It's like a part of a part of your belief system has you thinking that you have to carry all of this, that you're not allowed to be light and airy. In part because when you're light and airy, you were told that's wrong. And over years and years of indoctrination, you developed and acquired a belief of that. But at the same time, you also, how do I want to say that? So you developed it over time, but also like, I'm going to skip that one. Whew. Okay. Pay attention to your work. Work. Okay, so your mindset around work. So we're just going to keep the analogy like of having like a massive success, needing to protect it from intruders or whatever. Your work needs to become a sacred place or a sacred truth that you're able to protect. There's a need to protect your foundation you're building here. Wherever you're going is trying to say it's not a good time to rush. Don't jump into things without any plan, but also don't stay back. Don't stay where you are. Release what is, you have to be able to identify that though, or you're just going to take it into the future with you. You actually have to go into your subconscious mind and say, okay, here's these few things that I am trying to take into the future with me. I am trying to carry all this weight into the future with me that cannot come. What are those things that cannot come? You actually have to leave behind a part of yourself so that new self in you can generate 1818. The after the 10, we go back to 1. There is no 11. It's like you've maxed out at this current phase of your life, this current chapter or part of where you are. Rooster. An arrogant and boastful person you should not cross. I just looked up Rooster. Yeah, don't let the thoughts that try to tell you that I want to say that you have people around you that have this jealous energy. It's throwing off your signal. I see your like hormonal imbalance, your signal is being interfered with because of jealous energy. There's people that see you becoming successful in a way that makes them look less successful. And when that happens, it's not necessarily a direct attack on you, but it's like the aftermath of somebody who won't look within themselves and do that same thing. They're just naturally going to become an agent. They are now a part of the Matrix program, and they have to attack you because they're not doing it. When you're not doing something and someone else is, it's like an actual attack is what it feels like. It feels like someone's actually attacking you. And while that's true, not allowing that to affect you emotionally, mentally, spiritually is what's going to get you forward, because it's not actually real. It's a delusion. We're constantly projecting these illusions and delusions onto people. That aren't true until we measure it upon our own discernment, our own ability to look within our system and find our true north. Because as much as there's north, south, east, and west when it comes to 3D reality, yeah, we all know where north is. But there's your own north, your own string that guides you there. That's a degree or a bazillion degrees away from everyone else, because it's your pathway back to north. So your north node is heavily present in this reading. And your north node, what is the calling for you? Are you trying to root yourself in a way that aligns you to that? The sureness in your heart is in opposition with the challenge of the burden of the material world. So I'd say you're either a water sign, an earth sign. I strongly feel like you're either water or fire. And the fire element in you may be a bit impulsive, and the water element in you had you sensitive in the past, to the point where the manipulation ability, where everyone's out here manipulating constantly, negative or positive. That's like what we do. We manipulate things. Especially women. I know men manipulate, but like that's just like a thing we do in reality. And I see that the water and the fire element for you is a struggle, because it's so present, it's so loud. You're trying to make up for the earth. You're trying to make up for the lack of earth and the lack of air even. Yeah. Being stuck in your head. There's a turtle. I just saw a turtle on the way here that was crossing the road on the way home. And here's Treasure Island turtle number 9. Sea turtle with the treasure. Yeah. You found this treasure in you. You're so sweet. You have this you have to actually puff up your chest. Like, you're somebody who is naturally sweet, but you have to puff up your chest to seem larger than you are. Your nature is gentle. And you're trying to carve out your corner of reality. You feel like life hasn't been as fair to you. You feel like you've been cursed in some way, or yeah, you're identifying actually a curse. Yeah, there's a curse over your bloodline or your family of being successful. It's like your bloodline has had to sacrifice something, someone in your bloodline sacrificed something for, I don't know, over many generations. I don't know. What is that trying to tell me? Yeah. Romantic love affair, sex fix, secret lover. Tell me more about this generation. Tell me about this curse. This love affair, romantic love affair. Threatening, intimidating, threatened, or bothered. Okay. Okay. I see that. Okay. So at the bottom here, we've got bankrupt. I'm seeing your fear around security. This has been a curse in your love life, in your family, in your marriage, and your, you know what I'm saying? Something about the pattern of, I'm going to be poor, I'm not going to have enough, love can't buy me happiness. There's something very headstrong here about needing to carve out your independence and security in life, because it's threatening to have so much dependence on other people, because it's like, how can I be so sure, especially in a time like this? We're in the freaking apocalypse. Like, I'm not just saying that. Yeah. Somebody in the past said no, like they took something away, or you didn't ever receive it. There's a belief system that because it was never it never fully materialized. I see you trying to fully materialize something that hasn't been fully materialized. It takes a lot of patience, a lot of dedication to spiritual practice as well. With this breathe card here, it's like mental health is, in my opinion, part of our brain trying to create a code that will lead us to a pattern that will undo or do something, alert us to something, or reveal something, a pathway, or like sometimes we can't see, so we have to go into this like place of depression or anxiety or stress to put pressure on us. Your brain's trying to challenge you. It's a really intelligent system designed to alert you to when you're not doing it right, you know? Or if you want to believe in a delusion, it's going to generate that for you. It's going to say, oh, you want to live a false reality lie? Okay, I can do that too. Just pretend and go along, and then eventually when you get into the patterns, you just start repeating them and you get into the ritual of that delusion. But when you get out of allowing delusions and illusions and projections to lead your life, your brain can go back to balance. It can go back to working for your heart, not creating such a defense system around it, or something that feels threatened. Your heart feels threatened, and you're trying to establish yourself materially so you can protect your heart, so that way when you do move into this new environment, this new situation, you don't have any fight or flight triggers. You're not going to be forced to fly when you haven't practiced, like I see you really being intelligent and strategic, but being challenged to not jump into anything without rooting yourself first, not giving so much trust and faith in delulu, you know, like delusion. You're really trying to see through the delusion. Temperance, balance. Seriously, Mary and Martha, Jesus in this little house, delusion, temperance. That's you taking something in your hands that you don't want and that you want, and you're just going back and forth and you're alchemizing with these things. And as you're moving them about, you're watching the mixture happen, you're watching everything come together, and you're watching the color change. You know, the two colors are mixing together, and you're not necessarily deleting the program or removing it. You realize it has something to do, or it has a proper place in your world, but it doesn't have control. It's not governing the ship. It's not leading the ship. You're balancing it out. You're creating harmony. Yeah. 8 of Pentacles. This is working really, really hard. Every skilled person to whom the Lord has given skill and ability to know how to carry out all the work of constructing the sanctuary are to do the work just as the Lord has commanded. It's like when you find that internal guidance that you're heading towards your north, because this is your 10th house, this is your north, remember? You're only going to get the message, you're only going to get the guidance from spirit. You're only going to get it from spirituality, because the world's not going to present to you your dream, your imagination. That's ethereal. But you also don't want to be so ethereal that you can't root it into reality, collective reality. So you're really trying to find that balance and that stability. So let's talk about money. Let's talk about money. Because money is important, isn't it, guys? Sometimes that's hard to believe for me, but it's what buys the structure for you to be, you know, floating around in. Expression. Ooh. See what I'm saying? Yeah, she's looking. Fruits of labor. It's time to reap the fruits of your labor and become rich. Rich gains are here. Open up your heart and connect with others. Expression. So there's something that's, like I said, being fortified. Right now, you need to be safe and protected. There's parts of you that don't feel safe. You feel this threat. You feel this attack from the outside so much that you're discovering your voice to communicate what it is you want. Because just as much as we have to like speak up, it's like you do have to speak up. If you're in a group full of people and you're quiet and everybody says what they want, we don't know what you want. We don't, how are we gonna know? And I feel like you're discovering that part of you. You felt overlooked. You're not seen. You're not heard. Your vision isn't coming to life. And the minute you start finding your voice and your truth and your north, the distractions and the projections and the delusions all melt away. Because the truth doesn't really allow for all that other stuff. It doesn't really allow for anxiety and depression and mental issues and all that kind of stuff. Your brain is in balance when you're at peace, when you can see and feel and think clearly. speaking it into existence. Downloading the knowledge. Allowing the wisdom to come with repetition. Setting a strong foundation. Finding out in your past where you lost footing. Like, when did it become unstable? Find the marker in the past, draw a timeline. Go back to the years of your past and find out, when was it that I became so unstable? When did I start feeling like this? So I can plan ahead and make sure that I don't get into this situation again, that I don't fall victim to these agents again, because it's what it's doing. It's alerting the matrix that someone's not in line when you're trying to escape, when you're trying to get out of it and head into a more lively existence. You're going from the dead world to the awakened world. And when you do that, the matrix, the agents, they come after you. They want to kill you. They want to take over. Moving up, career is on the rise. New offers and opportunities, salary increase, go to the next level. Going to the next level, allowing all the DNA downloads to come through strong and clear. Because I had a dream that someday I would just fly away. And I always knew I couldn't stay. Because I had a dream, I just fly away, and then we get a bird. Limitations. Fear and doubt limit freedom of action. Let go of your worries. My voice is clearly going away. Gambling. Gambling. Many choices. Loyalty. You're really focused on not making the wrong decision, which is smart. You're creating a plan. You're being strategic. You're recognizing what's not good for you anymore. The challenge is slowing down long enough to see it. It's like we're all taking a gamble. We're all out here gambling our lives away. We're all trying to make the right moves that align us to our passion, to our joy, to our happiness. You know, that's the goal. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Life is not fair. What is the saying? Life is not fair, it's balanced. So it's not about what's fair here, it's about what's balanced. It says, opportunities abound when you are in a dilemma. All roads lead to Rome. Look at all your options. There's that balloon. You're trying to find that one balloon within all the balloons. But the challenge is to be loyal to the balloon that leads to your heart, to your passion, to your desire to be free, your desire to express yourself and see reward. You don't want to work harder than you have to, but you want your work to have meaning. You don't want to rely so much so on anything outside of your truth, your true north. Remember that fear, you're building that foundation, that successful foundation that's rooted in the earth. So I want to pull some animal. Let's do this. Thank you. I just did a reading yesterday. So what was the reading? I don't know. So I see this as, you say you're flying. The whole concept here about you trying to fly away is really key. So escapism is heavy here. remember I said fight or flight. Flight is showing heavy here. But the thing is, you're being encouraged to fly. I just saw eagle on a thing go by. You are being encouraged to fly high here. You are being encouraged to walk into a new reality. You are fortifying a new reality. It's exactly what you want it to be. But sometimes what we want is a lot more work than we know it to be also. Sometimes we don't quite see the challenge, or we don't quite see the outcome and the journey. We don't realize the journey that leads to the outcome that we want. Maybe something that we don't have full control over, like a fire. When we light a fire as humans, that's what separates us from other animals. We know how to contain a fire. That's pretty dope. And it's about containing the fire and not allowing it to over-consume you or to burn you even. Taking a leap too soon, moving too swiftly, acting irrationally, being unstable, believing outside influences. It's really about containing the fire and fueling yourself, being fuel that's the fuel that I need for this fire to burn and I am returned. Because you're really trying to be you. Because you're so sick and tired of being admired that I wish that I would just die or get fired and drop from this label and stop with the labels. I'm not going to be able to talk. Oh, my name is. So I'm seeing you're at work and you are just like ready to get out of there. You are ready to get out of there and do this new thing. And I feel like no matter what decision you make, did we see 19 earlier? 19 is significant here. Something about 19. Maybe when you were 19 years old, you are 19 years old. Something about 19. You want to show the Matrix that what it is you're bringing in isn't going to be pushed out. You're not going to be pushed aside. And you're activating this in you passionately, sexually, creatively. This is root chakra. This is all the way from your root to your solar plexus. So it's really grounding yourself into who you are, how you identify yourself by what you tell people, because that's what we're doing. We're just creating reality. That's why someone can change who they are. And I don't know, there's I don't want to get too political. So I just see this transformation inside and how you take action. By putting yourself in the earth, expressing yourself through creativity to open up new doors that will invite the change it is you seek, the resourcefulness. Being resourceful is going to help you because it's going to allow you to gather the materials you need, because being earth is a lot more solid than being fire or being water. And since you're so used to this water here, and there's the eagle. I said I saw the eagle. You're really getting through the illusions. You're dancing in the rain. You're not letting the rain drown you anymore or hold you back. You're truly alchemizing it. You're understanding how you have a strong alchemy in the realm of emotions, and you have a strong alchemy in the realm of fire. Water and fire are strong for you. It's this earth that you're a little bit less aware of, and this air element, actually, this is air, fire, water, and earth. That's the alchemist, okay? Seeing past what's not really there, so you can focus on what is really there. You're in the forest. You're in the dark forest. And when we get there, in our soul's journey to enlightenment, you're presented with many, many, many choices, many options. Sometimes we want to go back. We don't even want to be in the forest. We don't even know why we showed up. We don't want to go in the forest anymore. We're joking. Can we go back? Like, you don't want to take the red pill. You're like, but here you are. You took a few steps. You're like, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to enlighten myself. I'm going to let my soul overcome here. And right now, you are at a pivotal point for the devil to come in, the interject, the mind control, the opposition to you. God and the devil is in opposition. There's the God mind and there's the devil mind. The devil comes in these critical moments of change, and I see it offering you something here. I see it trying to tell you that when you do head towards your north node or your guiding star, you're going the wrong way. You should try this beautiful hand-delivered path that I have for you. And you're assessing all of the options available to you. You're thirsty, you're hungry, you've been walking in this forest. The devil's over here with a beer and I don't know, chopped turkey leg cooked over the fire. I don't know. And you're presented with something so scrumptious. And the test that you created was to, in this moment, discern what's happening around you. Is this good for you? Is this something that actually brings you to that 10 of Pentacles, that legacy, that stable path that you, when everything else fails, your feet are on the grass or on the earth or in reality because you have this stable thing. So you're making a choice. You have a big choice to make, a big decision, and to know what you have to protect. And believe in the magic along the way. You're being led by magic. You're not in my tarot reading without being led by magic. It's all around you all the time. Fairies, they all want to help. All the little magical creatures, they want to help. The earth, it wants to help. The earth is a nurturing, loving energy. When you connect with it, it just provides, like a mother that has so much to give. It just gives you and gives you and gives you so much, especially when aligned in love and when you follow the magic and allow for the detours and all the crazy things that come about on the path. Being able to maneuver when it gets scary in times of doubt and fear and anxiety. Knowing that we all out here trying to survive, and people are out here trying to manipulate and take our heaven away from us and stop our transformations and our connection with source. And we got a bunch of predators out here hunting us like prey and having to control all of our thoughts and missing out on harvest, you know, like there's so much challenge in being human that, as scary as it all is, it's also quite beautiful. It's quite beautiful. And it's unique to all of us. It's so cool. You're discovering your fingerprint. Why you're here, what you want to do. becoming the leader, the alchemist, the creator of your reality. That wanted to come out. October. Things are falling away. Things are changing. Yeah, there's a lot of fall vibes here as well, because we got the pumpkins with the gatherer, October. What else was it? Why did that one come out? See, we got 2 months of the other one to come out. October and April. See, now I'm thinking of like the equinox. It's like that turn from fall to winter, and then that winter to spring experience that we have. So you're turning the tables here, and you're not allowing the agents and the opposition to come in and to delude, affect. You're not allowing the attack on your spirit. You're gaining traction spiritually, manifest. So not being just this dense, heavy human, but also this obvious spiritual being that exudes spirituality, that shows that I am a philosopher, I am an alien, or I am not like the Matrix. I am not of this earth. I am not of this planet. I don't know why I'm so strongly associated and forced and convinced to believe that I am, but yeah, like I'm here, I'm present, I'm awake, I'm aware that the more I believe in this delusion, the stronger a hold it has on me. You're getting stronger, you're elevating, you're finding your power, and it's beautiful. Be patient with yourself. Find balance. And be okay with things not always having the control, or things going the way that you expect them to go. Be okay with the journey that you're on. Not seeking quite fairness, but maybe balance. Understanding sometimes life isn't fair. There's things that we don't get to choose, that we don't get to pick. And we have to work with the resources that we have. We have to deal with the cards that we're dealt and move forward with that gracefully and humbly, right? While also battling with our ego and our pride's ability or desire to win at all costs, or push or force our way into things, but rather allowing them to come into us and to be more receptive and flow. And that's the balance of the masculine and the feminine. So that's what I have. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.